Hello everyone, Grandma here. Today I am making a recipe from a book called The World of Little House. The World of Little House is a book that is all about Laura Ingalls Wilder and her series of Little House on the Prairie books. This book includes one chapter for each of Laura's 9 Little House books. Each chapter explores the stories, the houses, the landscapes, the foods, the activities, and the crafts mentioned in her books. Maps, family trees, photographs, and a timeline trace the history of Laura and her family. When my children were growing up, they loved to watch Little House on the Prairie and read all of the books. It was also one of my mother's favorite TV shows. For Valentine's Day, I thought it would be fun to make Laura's heart-shaped cakes. They were featured in the Little House on the Prairie book. The book says, Mary and Laura pulled out 2 small packages. They unwrapped them and each found a little heart-shaped cake. Over their delicate brown tops was sprinkled white sugar. The sparkling grains lay like tiny drifts of snow. The cakes were too pretty to eat. Mary and Laura just looked at them. But at last Laura turned hers over and she nibbled a tiny nibble from underneath where it wouldn't show. And the inside of the little cake was white. It was made of pure white flour and sweetened with white sugar. The reason why that was special is because back then, white flour and white sugar was saved for when company came over or for special occasions and holidays. They used cornmeal and molasses as their day-to-day flour and sugar. So now let's make Laura's heart-shaped cakes. The ingredients are a half a cup of butter softened, 2 tablespoons granulated sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla, 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, granulated sugar for sprinkling. To make the heart-shaped cakes, I have a medium-sized bowl here, and I'm going to add the softened butter. I'm going to break it up, add it to the bowl, add the sugar and the vanilla, and I'm going to beat it together. Now I'm using the wooden spoon again because this is how Laura would have made her heart-shaped cakes, with a wooden spoon. It's getting all incorporated now, and it's almost done because you want to cream it together. You want to cream this till it's nice and fluffy. The butter and the sugar and the vanilla have all been mixed together well. Now I'm going to add my flour. And then this has to be mixed in well. And this is all the ingredients that you need to make these little heart-shaped cakes. Very simple and easy. You can see it's starting to come together, but using a wooden spoon, it takes a while to mix it. Now, the recipe didn't say to mix it with my hands, but I decided the quickest way was to use my hands now. And to get all the dough together so this way I could roll it out. The dough is in a nice ball now. And now I'm going to put my bowl aside. And you have to add some flour to the board. And now I'm going to put down, they said you could pat it down or you could roll it. So I'm going to try to roll it now. And I think I have to put some flour on my rolling pin. And now I'm going to use my heart-shaped cookie cutters. They said to use anywhere from 2 to 3 inches. And this isn't quite 3 inches. So now I'm going to cut out my my hearts. Okay, and now I have my cookie sheet here, which I put parchment paper on. So now I'm going to just put the hearts on. Now you take the leftover dough that I have here. Now we got to roll it some more so I can cut out some more hearts. You don't want to make these too thin because, like I said, we have to see. I don't think they're going to grow too much. Because don't forget, there's no baking powder, baking soda in this. After they've been put on the cookie sheet, now I have to sprinkle each one with granulated sugar. These are done. I have to put them in a preheated oven, 325 degrees, for 15 to 20 minutes until they're lightly golden brown. While the cookies are baking in the oven, I took the scrap of dough and I rolled it out, and now I'm going to see how many hearts I could get out of this dough. We don't like to waste any dough, so if you can't make it into a heart shape, I made it into a little circle. And you know, this will be an extra treat for Grandpa. Now that they're all cut out, I'm going to add the sugar to the hearts before I put them onto the baking pan. The cookies are done, so now when you take them out of the oven, you have to sprinkle them again with a little bit of sugar. Put some sugar on top, they said. They smell good. And now I have to transfer these to a wire rack to cool. And now I'll get my second batch in the oven. The heart-shaped cakes are out of the oven. I made 15 plus the round one with the extra piece of dough for Grandpa. I baked them at 325 for 22 minutes in my oven. My heart-shaped cakes are all done. I have them on the dish and they're ready to be served. And now Grandpa's going to have a taste test. How does it taste, Grandpa?
Let you know in a minute, Ma. They look nice. They look nice and pretty. Got a buttery flavor. They're nice and soft. And the sweetness of the sugar on the top. It really tastes good. Almost like a shortbread. crispy. You did a good job, Ma.
Thank you, Pa. Well, these are for Valentine's Day. Had to make something for my sweetheart. I would definitely make these again. And if you don't want to put sugar on them, on the top, you don't have to have sugar on them. You can eliminate the sugar and just make a plain cookie.
We would like to wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day.
Here, Grandpa, here's that round one I made special for you.
Thank you, Ma.
Enjoy.